What's up, everybody? Shark Caleb here, and I just got done watching The Man From U.N.C.L.E, the new Guy Ritchie movie based on an old television series from the 60s, around the same time as shows like Mission Impossible and Wild Wild West. I mean, the year of the spy movie continues. I mean, really, we've had so many spy movies come out this year, and it's still going, and I'm glad to say that Man From U.N.C.L.E is another good one. This very much in the same way as Mission Impossible. It's just a ton of fun. What really sets this one apart is the fact that there is an American spy played by Henry Cavill, Superman, and a Russian spy, Armie Hammer, who unfortunately played Lone Ranger. He was terrible. That movie was terrible. So he decided to redeem himself by doing another movie based on an old TV show, and this time it actually worked, though. Though I do think it's kind of funny that Henry Cavill, a British man, is playing an American spy, where Armie Hammer, an American, is playing a Russian spy. But they pull it off. I was kind of worried that Armie Hammer's Russian accent would get a little annoying after a while, but I'm glad to say it really doesn't. At times I was like, I don't know, would Russians actually? It's a little over the top, but that's the thing. When the movie gets a little over the top, it kind of fits, because that's really what the tone of this movie is to begin with. It's just fun. Mission Impossible, I think, overall is a probably better movie, but I had a constant grin on my face watching this from beginning to end, just constant grin, because this movie is so much fun. The plot is very, very simple. It's very cliche, spy, espionage kind of plot, but I kind of forgive it in this case, because this movie really is kind of a homage to the old spy movies. Like, this is not a new spy movie. This is the Cold War again, you know? It is a period piece set in the Cold War, and you're not going to get bored watching Man From U.N.C.L.E, I'll tell you that. You will not get bored. The humor of this movie, especially the chemistry between the two spies, is just so fun. Every single character in this movie is just so charismatic. You know, you have Henry Cavill playing the American spy, who's very, very laid back. I mean, very laid back. He's the kind of guy who who will sit down and eat a sandwich while he watches his Russian spy friend get chased around a lake on a speedboat. And he's just chilling, puts on some music, oh look, some food. And then you have, he's just so suave and cool. He's like that cool spy that you want to be, you know? And then you have Armie Hammer playing a Russian spy who is a big, very, very hot-headed. He had a very, very difficult childhood. They make a reference to him being in the Gulag, even. So very rough upbringing, which has almost turned him into almost like a super soldier. You know, he can fight and he can run for a long time. He's definitely the more physical side of this. This movie in a way is kind of like teaming up, it's like teaming up the Pierce Brosnan James Bond from GoldenEye and the Daniel Craig James Bond from Casino Royale, and teaming them up. You have one who's just cool, calm, nothing really makes him go off. Even when he's being tortured, he's just kind of like, oh, okay. And then you have Armie Hammer, who's the big, hot-headed brute, They have very, very good chemistry, especially when you have, American and a Russian, and it's the Cold War. The Cold War is happening. There is some really interesting stuff going on in this movie. And like I said, the humor is great. The action is fun. This whole movie from beginning to end has a very fast pace that you never really get bored. It's a very, very Guy Ritchie movie. It's very fast paced. The humor is very great, especially between the characters. And you just don't really get bored by the time that the movie starts wrapping up, instead of being like, oh, finally, or, oh, that was good. It was more like, can we keep going? I want to see them do more stuff. I'd like to see a sequel to this, definitely. So anyways, that's The Man From U.N.C.L.E. It's a ton of fun. Highly recommend it. Yeah, so go check it out.